Okay, there's a lot of screens that you can utilize against the 2-3 zone, and particularly there's a couple of screens we're going to take a look at. But more than just the typical screens that you're going to use, I want you to think about a couple different concepts. And one is, if you screen the middle person of a 2-3, they're usually responsible for covering multiple sides of the floor. And if they have a hard time getting to where they need to get, sometimes the confusion can be enough. So we really like to pick on the middleman of a 2-3 zone. The second one is, anytime you can use a smash screen or pin somebody in and get to the outside, if you overload a side, you're likely to create a 2-on-1 situation. So if you're looking at screening the middle or a smash screen, two particular ones that are really effective. But we're going to break down some different screen looks on film so you can see those executed against the 2-3 zone. Let's take a look.
But when he plays with confidence and is aggressive, he is hard to handle defensively.
Wide open in the corner. There's a three.
A couple subtle things here, but screening the zone is always usually really effective. It just causes confusion, and that's one of the things you want to do against the zone, is create confusion and a little bit extra confusion by setting this original screen at one angle, then adjusting the screen to another angle. Just creates an opportunity to puncture the middle, and we know anytime you puncture the middle, you usually get a good look as they do right here.
Wide open in the corner. There's a...
But when he plays with confidence and is aggressive, he is hard to handle defensively.
Wide open in the corner. There's a three, and there's
This is a really heady screen by one of our smarter players. You know, he does a great job of getting a really good angle. So moves the ball and takes their cut a little bit short and then comes back and hammers on this backside. So a unique angle. I love unique angles of screens and not expecting, the defense isn't expecting the screen. Sometimes just simply pinning somebody in, and you can see this defender gets really deep. So he does a great job of pinning him in, which allows for good skip threes. Coaches, I keep seeing the same thing over and over. At every level of the game, coaches make three critical mistakes. As a result, they and their players suffer. I want to share those three mistakes with you, along with what to do about it. Just click the link below this video to get your free copy. And when you do, we'll also send you our preseason team retreat, a plug-and-play resource that you can use with your team every year.
They'll go smaller with Johns manning the middle for Michigan. At 6'8". Winston, pretty cut.
Okay, this is beautiful action here, and this is one of the least talked about things, but after you screen, what do you do? And most of the time, after you get done screening, you should either slip or you should seal. Occasionally, you should rescreen. But what happens when you screen the zone, as you can see right here, is it sends a signal to them to fight out. And if they're gung-ho on fighting out, it's a great time to slip. And so it creates an easy puncture the middle here for a great bucket because of the screen. So the screen doesn't always create the shot. Oftentimes, it creates the shot for the screener. That applies both to man and zone, but particularly when you're screening the zone in.
At 6'8". Winston, pretty cut.